Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of SimCity. The city is looking really good, but the approval rating is at 75% and we have that problem with not enough workers down in this region here, although it does seem like some of them have opened back up again. It was morning a moment ago and I saw loads of cars coming down here. But anyway, I've had an idea. Now I was thinking about connecting this road up that hill if it was even possible. It looks like it's too steep, but if we were to connect that, what I think people would do is bypass this road here and go through that street to get down into this area, which is not a good thing because that's going to cause a lot of traffic and congestion around there. But maybe if we extended this road up the hill over to this side and connected it over here, then people who were coming from this part of the city would just go straight down the motorway, which is what I call it. It's an avenue. Over here in the UK they're called motorways, I guess. Would be technically not the same thing, but anyway, so those people are going to go down that way into that area, and then maybe some of our residents who are closer to this side of the city will go this way. So it's going to be a bit of an experiment. Let's look at the traffic in the city and how it is. Actually looks like it's cleared up a bit. Maybe now's not the best time of day. Things will probably get hectic around 6, I think, when people leave work and all the students leave school. But you can see our avenue here is, yeah, always going to have a traffic problem. Anyway, let's extend this road out all the way up this hill. Very nice, connect it to that and then give this thing an upgrade. There we go. And now all I have to do is keep my eye on that, and it looks like we have another power problem. I think I forgot to mention I added a couple more of these wind turbines. So let's put in one more and keep on top of this. Looks like actually we might need 2 because this provides 3 and we have a deficit of 0.5, or we did, so we're going to put in one more of those. It looks like it went down and then back up again. Okay, we're going to put in one more to be safe. And I think we've done everything really well with the budget so far. I've been keeping it around 14,000 for quite a while now. We do need to upgrade some services. For example, I think we need another sewage outflow pipe. No, that one's good. So what is the problem there? What's going on? Okay, it looks like it's kicked in. In fact, it looks like we built way too many of those turbines. We have 12 megawatts excess. Should we turn one of these off? How much will that save us? 40 per hour. It's hardly worth it. Okay, never mind. So what is the problem? Is it with the garbage? A garbage dump full? No, not quite. Yep, it appears it is actually the sewage outflow pipe, so we're going to put down one more there, and sooner or later, probably sooner than later, we're going to have to build a sewage treatment facility over there. So how is this road affecting things? It's really hard to tell. We have a random crowd of people coming down this way. Let's zoom in on these guys. Hello. What are you all doing? Returning home, came from bus stop. Well, your homes are in that direction, I can tell you that now. Oh, no, we don't want to follow. Okay, so I think what we should do is continue with our project over here. Let's have a look at the land value as well, because we put in those trees trying to lower the pollution. So the land value is good. There's a little bit of negative influence over here, as you would expect. But the... what one is it? The pollution. And we don't get to it from that screen. We're probably going to get to it from this one. There it is. Ground pollution. It looks like it's cleared up a tad, but it is still pretty bad. So that's probably going to take a lot more time. Anyway, the density of this city has really moved along. I've been tempted to do something that I'd done in the little private world that I have, was to find little spots like this where there's small houses next to big ones, remove this park and then replace it with something really fancy and expensive. But then that's going to add, like one of these, that's going to add a lot of money to the budget. So I don't think we need to do that yet. The population is steadily increasing. We're playing around with, expanding it over here and moving the industrial area, and also downsizing it is basically what we're doing as well. Let's have a look at our approval rating. The problem is always germs. So why don't we go have a look at this? What do I want to look at? It's one of these charts. Health map. Let's see. So we've got some germy people over there. It was really clear last time I checked this. It was all in this area. that they were. And it doesn't really look like we're going to need to build a clinic down there, so maybe we just need an upgrade. Let's see what is actually going on at our clinic. It's been a while since we've last checked in. We are treating 22 at the moment, on average 13 or 18 a day. So it doesn't look like we really need to upgrade, although ambulances would be nice, more of those. And I don't think we ever put a sign. Let's put the sign down. I don't think that even makes a difference in the slightest. So what should we do? I think we have to make a decision at this point about what department we're going to build next, and at the moment I think we have a choice of one, and we're quite close. Another 8,000 people and we'll be able to build another one as well. So this is a real a real tricky one. I wish some of the other people had in the region that's Doc Biffer and Corrales has started playing a little bit earlier, because you have to pre-record this kind of content. You know, it's going to be mad to record an episode each day and upload it and do all that. You want to do it in bulk, which is how these things work, but we're going to synchronize up every week as well, so we can have our weekly meetup. If they had started playing, then we'd have more of a choice here, because someone else would have built something. So the Department of Finance, not interested in. The Department of Safety, that means I do believe we can build ourselves a hospital, which would be great, because we could build the wellness centre, and that would really take care of a lot of problems. The Department of Tourism, not interested in. I think we're going to need the Department of Transportation if that's going to help with all the congestion problems that we have. And so the utilities is pretty essential at some point as your city expands as well. So that's a definite one that we have to get. And then it's a decision between, do we want transport or safety? So, I think we're going to go with utilities. But again, we don't need it yet. I've been careful with my budget. I haven't dived into spending. And that's why we have amassed 1 million simoleons. Look at that, it just ticked over. And 15,000 per hour, we are doing great. And do you know what, we could even tax people a little bit more, but I'm not going to do that. If we leave it at 10%, I think everyone will be happy. So, what should we do now? I think I'm going to remove another 3 blocks of industrial here and turn 3 of them into residential. Okay, the sun just rose, our garbage trucks are going out, it's 5 in the morning. I've swapped over these industrial areas into residential, and what I want to do now is just a little bit of observation. Let's see where the traffic problem kicks in, because I don't know, I get this feeling like traffic isn't going to be as big as a problem as improving the health of our city could be with the utilities. No, sorry, the the one that helps you get the hospital. Something else just popped into my head there. We haven't built the university yet. We've got the high school, we've got the grade school. In fact, I've barely kept my eyes on these and what's going on. How many students are we teaching? Because another thing that contributes to health is how well educated your people are. Right, anyway, let's switch over to this panel right here, and we can see huge congestion around 6 leading up to 7. And then maybe when the 7th hour ticks over, that's when things will go a little bit crazy. Yeah, it's starting to get real bad, isn't it? Really, really bad. And I'm just not sure how much of an influence this is going to have on the overall well-being of our city compared to health. And it does look real bad, doesn't it? And you know, our bus department is right here. Maybe we should move that, because we got loads of buses trying to get here to drop people on and off. Let's see if we can have a zoom in. In fact, let's select our bus station or bus shuttle thing. How do we see the bus map? Is that it? So that's where all the buses can get to. We want to see... Oh, look at this. The average wait is 53 minutes. 1,640 riders. Do you know what? There is something I didn't do. Right, I think what we're going to do now is go through everything one by one and see if we've missed anything, because I didn't put down more buses. Oh my days. Okay, that is really bad. This could make a huge difference to our traffic problems if everyone starts taking the bus. I'm just going to put in... Yeah, I'm going to put in all 8 and see if that makes... Well, let's not be too crazy. One of the things I have been doing is keeping a steady eye on my budget. So let's go with 6 for now. We want to make that average weight go down and the riders per day go up, and hopefully that will help with congestion. In which case, I think... yeah, that could make a real difference and make up our mind on getting the Department of Safety instead. I think that's the one. Also, we have a park and ride. I'm not sure how this works. It looks like the car park is full, so possibly building more of those would be a good idea. You could also put one over here just behind these houses without removing them, so there's a nice little space for that to fit into, except with it being on the opposite side of the road, I don't know if that means then people have to try and cross over, which could cause even more traffic problems. So traffic is still not that great. Let's bring up the bus map again quickly. It looks like we need to expand our fire department as well. That statistic hasn't updated yet, so it might be a while before we do anything with that. Okay, 0 fires extinguished per day. Okay, let's put another one in that little gap, and another one just there. That'll do for now. So we've got 3 of those. Let's see if that makes a difference. And the buses again, what do you say about the buses? Yeah, build a department of transportation to build up mass transit. I don't know, we've made a change there. Possibly a really big one because I completely forgot to do that. I did say I'd go over everything else one by one. Power is good, we have an 8.2, no, apparently 14.6. That could be because the wind speed has possibly just picked up, that it jumped up there. Oh, okay, water is going to be in crisis very soon. We need another water tower. We are really playing it close. What we need is the water pumping station, and I keep just putting down more of these, but it is cheaper for now. It'll help with the budget in the long run, I think, so let's put one of those there. Okay, we've taken care of that problem before it's hit us. Doing fine for all of this by the looks of it. And we're actually really close to upgrading the city, that is awesome. But now we have a waste disposal problem. What is that? Oh, look at that as well, our garbage cans collected per day was doing very well, awesome. Okay, no more capacity at our dump, that's okay, we'll just expand it. Which is obviously not a good long-term strategy, and if we had somewhere to expand it to, that would be great, but we don't. Possibly adding a dirt road would make a difference, so I think we're going to have to go across that way, and then we can add a dump zone there, and possibly one next to it in the future, but no, okay. So we might have to expand our dirt road somewhere else. Okay, we are doing good. So we just took a look at the fire facility. Perhaps we should have a look at some of these maps as well. Oh, that is crazy. The whole city is pretty moderate risk. I do not like that. And down here as well. That is kind of worrying. Don't seem to have too many problems yet. Is there any other statistics we can bring up about this? Oh, look at this. So this building has... Oh, it's abandoned. We have an abandoned building. Let's get rid of that. Boom. And there goes all the garbage with it. And that takes away another fire risk. Okay. That is interesting. I did not expect it to be so bad. Maybe we do need another fire station. And if we get the Department of Safety, it means we can get the hospital as well. As well as that. Okay. Let's go through the germs map again. That area is pretty bad. Hopefully those trees will help take care of that over time. Yeah, things seem to be okay, but when you look at these graphs, it doesn't look so good, does it? So, our places of crime. There doesn't appear to be any areas where there's a lot of crime, although there's a couple of criminals in these buildings, so hopefully they'll get caught at some point. And it also shows you how well educated your area is, and that's something we need to really investigate, because I'm all about education. We have 1,581 out of the same number enrolled, isn't that all of them? So does that mean everyone in our city that can be educated is? So 950 taught yesterday. That makes me think that there's probably some more out there. This one taught 800 yesterday as well. I think we should expand this. Nope, 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 nope. I want to edit. There we go. So we can add an extra classroom. You can also add a gymnasium. Now, 250 per hour, we can afford that. Raises medium wealth land value. But if you look around here, it's all pretty much medium wealth as it is. So we can squeeze one of them in there. Let's do that for now. How much does that cost? 500 per hour. God, that's a lot. Let's look at the land value of this area. Where is that one? It's that one there. And so high wealth is the dark green, and this is already kind of like good to medium around here, so I don't think it's really needed. But maybe what we should do is look at creating some more of the wealthiest type of Simoleons. Simoleons. Is that what they're called? The Sims. That's what they're called. They're called Sims. Okay, right, let's think. What am I looking for? The wealth one. I've seen it before. I'm still not used to all of these maps, but there is one that shows you the different types of wealth. Actually, I think it's in here. Yes, it is. There you go. So we don't have any of the high wealth type for workers or shoppers. And have a look at this. Interesting. If you read that, it does look like we have everyone in education. Okay, right. So we're going to do a little experiment. We're going to pick an area that we're going to try and upgrade into a really wealthy district. And actually, let's bring up the land value. So some of the work's already done for us. In fact, all of this looks pretty good as it is. And then this middle area here has a lot of positive influence. So perhaps this is the area that we should target. And the way we're going to do this is with parks. We're going to try and expand things using the parks. So these buildings can go because that area in general was reserved for the hospital and things like that. And we could possibly get rid of this building and that park and replace it with something. And over here as well, I think this is a good place to start because it means we don't have to get rid of anything else. So let's demolish that. And someone's probably going to come and start building. So let's slow down the speed of the game for a moment here. And we want to build a park. Yes, we do. Let's have a look. Formal, we're going to go for expensive. Can that fit in the middle there? Yes, it can. Someone started building. We'll let them build actually. We'll just put that on the other side. So let's see if that's going to make a difference. There we go. But it will take time to find out. That's the other thing. So we're going to put a nice park there. And then on the opposite side maybe we can do something. It looks pretty dense around here. Maybe this bit. Yeah, let's try this one. This looks good. Okay, and we're going to build a different type of park for this one. What I did before was build plazas. They're like walkways as well. And that is very expensive, but hopefully that makes a difference to that region. A difference. I think I just said different. Anyway, let's put one here. Yes, I will do it. Shall we go for plaza again? Maybe this one. It's a different one. That's the double walkway. That will fit in that gap there. And then above this area, let's try and find a little space. It's now dark, so it's difficult to see. I think that's not going to be quite big enough. But we'll give it a go. We'll see what happens. So let's get rid of that park and see if we can replace it. What should we go for? Should we go for a formal one like this? Yep, we can fit that in that gap. Excellent. Okay, so we've now placed 4 parks, all kind of centered around this middle area. Let's go to our land value map, which I've forgotten how to navigate to. There it is. So, if you look here, the highest wealth bit has just popped up there. That's interesting. I don't know why that is. But this is all probably going to take time, so I think it's time for me to take a break. But what is this thing here? Is it this building that's doing it? Because that's just a normal one. Very strange. Okay, it's 5 o'clock again and the garbage trucks are going out. We're also going to be taking a look at the buses and see how the traffic's affected, because if we look at the statistics for this, you can see that the average wait is now increased to 60 minutes, but we have a lot more riders per day, so hopefully that means the traffic isn't going to be as bad. But we are having problems with our approval rating. It's actually just popped up a little bit. It was starting to go down. The industrial happiness was going down. They're having problems with workers and shipping their freight as well. And I was just wondering if maybe this was a bad move. What we could do is perhaps put a tiny little industrial area just here. And oh look, we've got some on the hill here as well. That's cool. And possibly this little region here. Although I was reserving this for other stuff, I'm not really sure what, but you know, we're going to have to build a filtration pump and other things, and we need places to put those, which is why I've left this area along the back here, and try not to use up all of the area straight away. So it might be a bad idea to do that, or maybe we'll just leave this little industrial bit there as well. Who knows? Everything is going really well. And also this right here, I think I've done this one before on my Simcity. Yep, they're going to have a block party, and that's fine. There's going to be extra rubbish, and we'll do it, and we'll get 25,000 for doing that, which is a hell of a lot. So let's come down here and make sure we have enough garbage trucks. Got room for one more by the looks of it. And look at that, our numbers are down. That is not good. We were doing much better a while ago. Interesting. I wonder why that has changed. Possibly because there's just more garbage being put out in general, but I'm pretty sure the number was higher. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was near 2,000 last time we checked. Anyway, the shuttle bus depot. How are we doing over here? Actually, what we want to check is the traffic congestion. It would seem to be slightly eased. Maybe the buses have helped do that. I guess the only way to find out is probably to build more and see if it makes even more of a difference. So let's put down the extra 2. We know we're going to need them. There we go. Okay, and that is it for this episode. Next episode we're going to have some decisions to make. Our city is really coming along well, but we need to buy or build even a department of utilities, I think, or maybe something else. Also, let's have a look at the land value quickly. We try to increase that and try and get some high wealth. Oh, what just happened? Okay, I'm not sure if you saw that, but my game kind of tabbed out somehow then. Anyway, what we wanted to do was check the land value. Doesn't seem to have gone up that much, does it really? But there are lots of positives going on around here, that's good to see. Anyway, that is it for this episode, so thank you for watching and I will catch you next time.